It all started on a quiet Monday morning. The world of law can feel intimidating, cold, and inaccessible, but not for Michael, the man behind the Game-Changing Attorney podcast. From the very first episode, Michael promised one thing: to pull back the curtain on the justice system and reveal the human side of attorneys, clients, and the battles that change lives forever. But here's the twist. What began as just another podcast quickly turned into something much bigger. A lifeline for ordinary people, and a revolution inside the courtroom. Listeners were hooked. Why? Because unlike most legal shows filled with jargon and lectures, this podcast told real stories. Stories of wrongful convictions, stories of families destroyed by injustice, and stories of attorneys who stood against impossible odds and won. Take, for example, the episode that shook the internet. A young father, wrongfully accused of a crime he didn't commit, faced 20 years in prison. No one believed in him, except for a fearless attorney who refused to back down. On the podcast, Michael revealed how that lawyer uncovered a single overlooked piece of evidence, one that turned the entire case upside down. That episode didn't just trend, it saved lives. But here's where it gets even more dramatic. Some of the most powerful people in the legal world began listening to: judges, prosecutors, even lawmakers. Suddenly, the Game-Changing Attorney podcast wasn't just entertainment. It became a platform that exposed corruption, highlighted unfair practices, and gave everyday people a voice. In one unforgettable episode, Michael interviewed a woman who lost everything after a corporate giant illegally destroyed her small business. She cried as she spoke. But when her attorney explained how they fought back in court and won, the comments section exploded with hope. People wrote, "I didn't think justice like this was possible," and that's the secret. That's why this podcast is different. Every episode isn't just a story about the law. It's about courage, resilience, and the fight for what's right. Week after week, Michael and his guests reveal what it really means to take on the system, to stand up for the voiceless, and to never back down, no matter how powerful the opponent may be. And here's the most shocking part. Some of the very attorneys featured on the show later admitted that the podcast gave them courage to push harder, fight tougher, and take on cases they might have turned down before. A podcast, changing the course of real cases. So what started as a simple idea, a man with a microphone, has become something extraordinary. A movement of lawyers, clients, and ordinary people who believe that justice isn't just a word, it's a battle worth fighting for. If you've ever felt powerless, if you've ever thought the system was too big, it's too broken, or too unfair, the Game-Changing Attorney podcast will make you believe again. Because in the end, the law isn't just about rules, it's about people. And sometimes, all it takes is one game-changing attorney to rewrite the story.